The history of the Austin Tennis Association and the Austin Tennis Academy is founded on the following principles. That tennis is a tool that we use to help our children learn important life lessons. Goal setting, self-discipline, the power of work. We use this tool to help our students become citizens of significance. We are fortunate to live in a time and a place where we have tremendous opportunity, as Carol Hager said earlier. And no one does it on their own. I would like to ask my good and great friend, Jan Slagter, to come up, please. Each year, the Austin Tennis Academy awards a number of ATA stars. And this is the award, the ATA Star Award. It's pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. The founding of ATA was filled with help from parents of students who were in our program when we made a transition from St. Stephen's. One such family that extended themselves with Martin and Jan Slagter and their sons Adam and Luke, and we are honoring them this evening. Martin could not be here with us this evening. In fact, Adam is meeting with his good friends from our program, Ryan Berber and Santiago Montoya at Notre Dame this weekend. But we're honoring the Slagters this evening for their contribution to the founding of the Austin Tennis Academy. So to understand this, for 6 months, while the infant Austin Tennis Academy was being formed, the Slagter family made the ultimate sacrifice. They housed me for that entire time. I know, it's pretty sad. But their hospitality was more than just a roof over my head. Both Martin and Jan had many tremendous ideas about the founding of ATA. Their son Adam was one of our first students who committed to staying with us when we left St. Stephen's to strike out on our own. Their contributions in all areas helped build the foundation on which the Austin Tennis Academy, as you know it today, sits on. Accepting their ATA star tonight on behalf of the Slagters are Jan. Luke could not make it, and Martin has been ill and couldn't make it. And I'd love to have Jan accept this award on behalf of her family. Thank you.
I spoke to Martin on Thursday. He's sorry he can't be here. He just came back from MD Anderson, a couple of days of tests, which were all good news, but he's just too exhausted and a little tired to be here this evening. We arrived from London to Austin in December 1997, and Adam started to play at St. Stephen's that summer of '98, so I've known Jack for a very long time. I think I can honestly say that Adam would not have played college tennis if it hadn't have been for Coach Jack. He had a little bit of thank you, attitude problem. That was probably a nice way of putting it. And Jack was incredibly patient and kind, and I think Adam may still be the only student that he's thrown a racket at and slapped. Yeah. And I spoke to Martin about our decision to stay with the ATA, and actually neither of us can ever remember having a decision or talk about it. It just seemed to be the right thing to do. And I look at all of you people out here tonight who had children or have had children through the program, and you know it's just the right thing to do, is to support this wonderful academy. So that's all I really want to say. Is I feel quite fraudulent in some ways, because all I've done is do what seemed to me to be the right thing to do, and support Jack and all the wonderful coaches of this academy. So the last thing I'd like to say before I hand the mic back to Jack is that the other thing that you can all do tonight that's the right thing to do is put your hands in your pocket and spend a lot of money. Thank you.
It's heavy. Be careful. Thank you. Let me clarify the statement she made about breaking a racket. The correct is, he is the only student that has frustrated me so much that I broke a racket in a lesson. That's a high level of frustration.